Truth or dare? Which one would you prefer?
Truth.
I know a person who would say anything is fine, but on two conditions. The first condition, each time the game truth or dare should be played by spinning a new but empty beer bottle. The second condition, the sole responsibility of emptying that beer bottle should be with him. Once the two conditions are met, truth or dare, don't care. Fellow toastmasters and guests, alcoholism. Raise your hand if you have tasted alcohol anytime. Oh, quite a few drunkards. I forgot. I am slightly submissive because I am not a compulsive drinker. But the credit for that definitely goes to my friend Johnny. Johnny is a great storyteller and he would make a perfect table topic speaker. It's just that he prefers the table to be there in a toast raising pub rather than a Toastmasters club. Still, Johnny preached us one night while having drinks with friends. He preached us not to drink excessively by narrating few stories about his neighbor named Jack Daniel. Now I'm sure my friend gave this name to maintain some sort of confidentiality about his neighbor. Even when he's drunk, he's ethical. Having just started this noble habit of supplying mouth-to-mouth respiration to poor beer bottles, I evinced a lot of interest in Jack Daniel's story. Jack Daniel and his drinking traits. Jack Daniel happens to be a very occasional drinker. He drinks on only few occasions, like when it is his birthday or when it's not his birthday. He always drinks. He believes energy drinks would only give him physical strength, say move a chair. But alcohol empowers him with mental strength, so much so that the chair moves by itself. But still, Jack Daniel never considered his weakness as a point, because after a while Jack Daniel started drinking so much that he had to do something different to get out of this whole thing. He is a law-abiding and rule-following personality. He believes in balanced diet. Budweiser beer in one hand and in the other hand, one more Budweiser beer because balanced diet for health. He never drinks while driving because he's afraid he would spill the beer. He never drives his car when he's drunk because he drives off someone else's car by mistake. Why can't he drink within limits? He knows his limits. When he falls down, he would know, limit reached. But still, Jack Daniel is, as I said, is a very law-abiding and rule-following personality. He never failed when he planned to drink less. His plan failed. Thankfully, Jack Daniel didn't fail in his love life because his lady readily accepted his romantic proposal. Yes, it seems he got down on both his knees and proposed. How else can a drunk man propose when he can't stand on his feet? After marriage, Jack Daniel's wife couldn't cope with his compulsive drinking habits. Weekdays vanished in alcohol while weekends never existed for the newlywed. Jack Daniels never tasted and tested his wife's cooking skills because alcohol always took precedence and we all know about his limits. Slowly the differences grew and they grew apart. So much so that even when Jack Daniel tried damage control by saying, "I love you, I cannot live without you," his wife thought he was talking to alcohol. Finally, she distanced herself from alcoholism. Jack Daniel considered this heartbreak as one more reason to drink because his reasoning completely isolated him. He lost his health, wealth, and liquid assets because he considered alcohol as his liquid assets. Finally, he lost the support of his family and support of a job. Friends, when everything is lost, only friends stand up for you. They tried to talk some sense into his senseless alcoholic brain. My friend Johnny, being Jack Daniel's neighbor, even he tried. He's called Johnny Walker when he's sober, but Johnny Talker when he's drunk. So he talked a lot to his neighbor. Jack Daniel finally realized and talked about being mature. He told his friends, "Friends, thank you. Thank you so much for showing concern and trying to change me. One day I shall solve all my problems with maturity. Today, however, I shall have some alcohol." He doesn't change. When Johnny narrated this story in a toast raising pub, everyone had a good laugh. Because they all presumed we can never become Jack Daniel. We can never get to that stage. We are surely different from Jack Daniel. But I was able to visualize the untold truth. The truth that any one of us can become Jack Daniel before we even realize. I realized alcohol is a perfect solvent. It dissolves marriages, families, careers. Alcohol kills slowly. Who is in a hurry? Compulsive drinkers might say that. They will be in a hurry once their livers are affected by rivers of alcohol flowing through their veins. To conclude, truth or dare? Truth is, alcohol is never the answer for any problem. It just makes you forget the question for some time. Alcohol can never mend a broken heart. If you want, we can try and prove it tonight. Your place or my place. But if you choose to dare, ensure to be within limits. Occasional. Now you cannot say, "I finished my toastmasters project, so that's an occasion." Fellow drinkers, New Year is round the corner. Just take resolution against alcohol. It is very easy to give up New Year resolutions, so be careful. At the same time, be truthful, because now you know truth or dare.